What is going on, guys? Today I finally bring you round 4 of Torneo Interno Beira Mar. So yeah, I'm sorry for not uploading for a while, but I was kind of addicted to Blitz on Leeches. I really wanted to get 2200, and that's the honest truth. I got 2200 and now I can just forget about Leeches Blitz for the next year and just focus on these videos and training. But yeah, with that out of the way, so round 4 was this match against Manuel Borges. He's a 1055 rated player. So yeah, pretty low rated player, but still has points, so you can still win some points or lose some points. This was round 4, and I was on a streak of 3 wins in a row. I was leading my group, isolated. And yeah, I had the white pieces, so this match was played like we played it alone because he couldn't make it to the day, so we had to reschedule it. That tournament wasn't that serious, so it allowed that type of thing. So yeah, and this one is just a super funny game. I have a lot of stories from it, so yeah, it's gonna be a long video, and I'm sure that you're gonna laugh at what happened in this game. So I had the white pieces, and I decided to start with e4. My opponent went c5, so the Sicilian. And here, I decided to just try something else. I haven't faced the Sicilian in a while because I was playing a lot of d4, London systems, blah blah blah. So I decided to throw him a curveball that I never played. I played knight f3, which I never played before. He goes d6, and I go d3. So yeah, this is a very weird line, like normally people go d4 here, which is the main line and the best move, but I decided to go d3 because I wanted to try out something that I've never done before. And honestly, I thought, okay, he's 1055 rated, so what is the worst can happen? I get a little bit of a worse position out of the opening, and then I try to just win a piece or something. So yeah, he goes g6 here, I go g3, he goes bishop g7, I go bishop g2, he goes knight f6, I go castle, and he goes castle. So yeah, so far so good. My idea is to kind of get a kingside attack, so it's almost like a King's Indian attack type of game against a Sicilian. That's what I was aiming for. Just try out something new, have fun. I go h3 here, which, I don't know, h3 already seems that I'm going in the wrong direction. Maybe I could have just gone, I don't know, rook e1 here doesn't seem too bad. I don't know, maybe for some reason I was afraid of bishop g5, but there's really nothing here. I can go h3 now, and now it makes sense, but whatever. I went h3. Yeah, I guess. He goes knight c6, and I go c3. So yeah, I'm not really developing my pieces. I don't know why. I should probably still go rook e1, try to play knight bd2, knight f1, but yeah, I decided to go c3. And here my opponent played the rook b8, and I was I was already upset with my position. I already disliked my position after rook b8. And yeah, rook b8 is such a natural move, such a natural and common idea in this type of structures, and I completely paralyzed here. And my opponent, he was playing everything pretty quickly. So far into the opening, I think I was spending some time. I think I spent some time on h3 and on c3, but here after rook b8, I started thinking for a long time, and my opponent just walked off the room and just left me all alone in the room. Yeah, no distractions, no anything, just me in the room alone. And I thought for about, I'm not even kidding, guys, I thought here about like 20 minutes because I didn't know what to do. I realized that his threat was b5, b4, a chop at my queen side, and I was thinking, for me, why did I go for this variation? I don't have any attack on the king side whatsoever, and now I have to already be defending by move 8 in a Sicilian. Like, what with the white pieces? That's crazy. I was really panicking. I didn't want to go a4 because if my idea is to attack on the king side, I shouldn't really be playing on the queen side. Yeah, even if I go a4, he's gonna go a6 and b5. So here, after like 20 minutes thinking, literally, I go bishop e3. And yeah, I don't know if this move is really good, because yeah, I mean, the idea was to develop the bishop before the knight, and this h3 kind of also stopped knight g4. And yeah, here, my opponent just plays b5. Like, it just comes into the room after a while, and I played bishop b3. I waited for like 5 minutes maybe, and he finally arrived, and then he played b5 immediately, and I started thinking again, and he just left the room. And I was like, damn, bro, like, I was completely like, what is going on? Like, why am I getting outplayed by a 1,000 rated player like this? I was so frustrated. I was like, I can't believe that I already have a worse position, even though it's not really worse, it's like equal. But I was very frustrated. I was like, what is going on? How is my position so bad, and how is he playing so well? But like, he just played natural moves. Like, it's no big deal. I was just completely like panicking, and I was like, oh my god, like, does this guy know this variation really well? And am I like, did I walk into his prep? I was like, I was creating a movie, a very funny movie in my head. It's just so ridiculous. And after like probably another like 5-10 minutes thinking, I played queen c2. We played knight bd2, I guess. Yeah, and developed. Like, I played my move queen c2, and it didn't come to the board, to the room. And I went, like, we were playing in an hotel where the tournament was being held, and I decided to go into the lobby to see what's up. Like, what is he doing? Where is he? Right? I was a little bit like confused. I go outside the room, and I just see him chilling on the couch, watching football and drinking whiskey. Just sipping his whiskey like this. Guys, I can't even make this up. He was just drinking whiskey and watching football, the Champions League. And I was like, this guy can't be serious. Like, I'm here just thinking my brain's out. I'm like literally nervous, trying to figure out the position. This guy is drinking whiskey, he's drinking alcohol in the middle of the game, watching football, not caring. And I was like, I went to the bar, man, he saw me, and I was like, bro, I'm here. I didn't say this, but I was thinking in my head, like, bro, I'm here, you know that I made my move, don't you want to go and like maybe play your move because your time is ticking? Maybe. I was like, what is going on? I just asked for water on the bar, paid the water, and I went back to the room. And it took like 10-15 minutes to literally come to the room. And when he came to the room, he told me, oh, sorry, I really had to watch football, my club was playing, so, I had to watch it. And I was like, yeah, never mind. I was like, just playing it cool, like, yeah, no problem, like, yeah, I'm not even panicking. I'm not like even losing my mind right now. I'm just chill, like I have everything under control, Not really. I was really panicking. And he came to the room, and after like probably 2 minutes, he played bishop a6. He played bishop a6, bro. By the way, Manuel, if you're watching this, bro, this is nothing. This is not a video against you. This is just, that this game was like nuts, and it was very funny that, you were just barely on the board for the first moves. And yeah, I don't want you to take this as an insult or something like that. I just feel like this was probably the funniest match I've ever played. But yeah, he played bishop a6, and honestly, I thought that like this guy can't be serious. Like bishop a6 is just looks like such a beginner move. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like what is your bishop doing on a6? But he was just blitzing out, and by the time that he came onto the board, made bishop a6, we had the same time. Even though he spent like half an hour watching football, but you know, I just couldn't figure out the position. And here, you know, he finally sat down on the board and we started playing seriously. I guess I mean, he started thinking seriously about his moves. But after bishop a6, I decided to go rook d1 because, of course, this x-ray is kind of annoying. And here my opponent just plays b4, which is very natural. Here I play knight b2. The engine was saying that d4 was really well timed here. But yeah, I just wanted to develop my pieces and I went with knight bd2. And here apparently there's a lot of moves that are good for black. My opponent played knight fd7, which is okay. And yeah, I mean, just I was very pissed off for going for this Sicilian variation where like I have no experience, but I just underestimated my opponent. Honestly, I underestimated Manuel. I think he's playing a really good game so far, and he's playing way above 1,000, or at least I think so. You know, I've never played against 1,000 rated player, but you know, it's crazy. He's just outplaying me. He's just playing way better than me. It's crazy. So here I play d4. I try to strike in the center. And yeah, see what's going on and try to, you know, do something, liberate my position. Here he plays queen b6, and yeah, unfortunately here I missed the good move. Here the good move would be d5, and I can claim an advantage because, you know, after this, the computer just says takes and c4. So yeah, I kind of closed down everything on the queen side, and yeah, I mean, I can start my play on the king side, I guess, but I didn't see all of this. I just took the pawn. It took with the knight, and I played knight b3, and here, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. This was a nice maneuver here with the knight and pinning his knight on c5. He played rook fc8, just bringing the last piece into the game. Yeah, he took back, and here I just took the pawn, which is not good at all. It's actually it's almost a losing move. It's a big blunder, and yeah, it makes sense. Like I don't really want to open the path for these pieces, and yeah, everything is pointing at b2. It's gonna be impossible to defend it, and also he just took with the knight and he's attacking my queen with tempo. So yeah, this is horrible. Here, you know, it's kind of hard to suggest a move because I mean c4 is also really not working because of knight d4, and this is very uncomfortable. You know, this is very uncomfortable. This is not what you want at all. This is bad. And yeah, what else? I mean, just screwed. Look at this pawn here. And yeah, this runs into this, and yeah, just forget it. It's really bad. So yeah, c4 didn't work. Here the computer just says the cold-blooded bishop f4 here, which after e5, bishop e3, yeah, it just claims that it's equal, but this position is just so complex and so sharp, and I hate this shit. Sorry. I still just look at this position, and I don't know how this happened, you know. But it took with the knight, and here I played queen b3. And my claim here with queen b3 was that you know, if he moved his knight, I could trade queens, and maybe there I would be better or add more chances to do something. I don't know. I was just panicking. This game was just, I just didn't know what I was doing here. I thought that also c4 didn't really work because of bishop takes b6, and when it takes here, I thought that I was doing fine here, but apparently no. Apparently I'm not doing fine. Apparently I'm completely losing after, for example, let's say here, and bishop takes d4, knight takes d4, and b takes a2. Yeah, I mean, I can't really take this pawn, and yeah. For me, didn't see this, and he played queen c7, which is fine. Now I play bishop f4 and this, and the only real move that he has is e5. And now it looks like I have to go back, and it's true, I have to go back to e3. But the idea here is that he doesn't really have a good like jump discovered attack with the knight. He doesn't have a good discovery, because this bishop is loose here, and yeah, he can't go to c2. He can go to d3, which he did in the game. But also provoking e5 was very nice, because now this bishop is looking at his own pawn, so this bishop is no longer active. So yeah, so he goes knight d3, and I was like, okay, finally I'm predicting his moves. Finally I'm starting to get into the game, you know, starting to like figure out what is going on and the complications. So I go queen a3, which is the best move, and now there's a big problem for my opponent, and I calculated this before. So knight takes b2. I thought it just loses on the spot, because I have rook b1 here, and after like, so his bishop is hanging, right? So if he goes knight takes b2, I go rook db1, and I'm attacking his bishop and his knight, right? I'm threatening both. And if he played queen b6 here, defending both pieces, I thought that I had bishop c1 here, and I would win the knight back. So figure this out with me. So knight b2, rook db1, attacking the knight twice, and I'm also putting pressure on the bishop on a6. So he only has queen b6 to protect both the bishop and the knight. But after bishop c1, I'm attacking the knight 3 times. So I thought, okay, this is fine for me. And after like 2 minutes thinking, it took on b2. And I was like, what? No. I was like, no, oh my god. Am I winning a piece? He just blundered. I was like, he just blundered. And I was like, he was very confident. That's the thing, man. I was like, what is this guy doing? Did he really just blunder this? Like, just looked like so obvious that he couldn't do. And you know, he played it like for like after like 1 minute and a half thinking, or 2 minutes, and I was like, bro, I can't believe, man. Like, I was like, okay, let's calculate again. And so I started calculating, and I thought, okay, this is the move. And after queen b6, I have bishop c1, and he's losing a piece. And then all of a sudden I thought, oh no, he has knight c4. Oh my god, he has knight c4, and he wins back the queen. So it takes, and now I'm screwed. So I thought, and like, this is not bad at all, because I have to take, and after rook takes, I win the knight on a3. But I didn't see this. I just saw knight c4, and I thought that I was losing. But the thing is that I'm actually winning a piece. Before on my calculation, I was like, no, I can believe, like, I blundered, I blundered, and I was like so frustrated, because I just lost a pawn for nothing. Like, dude, he just out calculated me. I just missed this detail of knight c4, and bro, like, I'm 100% sure he didn't see any of this, bro. I'm 100% sure he didn't see any of this. Like, bro, oh my god, like, I'm speechless, bro. And because, like, honestly, if he saw this, he wouldn't play knight takes b2. That's why I think he didn't see this, you know, because this is just a blunder. And if you see a blunder, you don't do it, right? But here, like, I was just like, I can't believe he's still outplaying me. Like, I can't believe. So I thought, okay, rook d5 might be a good move to kind of trick him and kind of make him confused. Because I'm still attacking the bishop on a6, I'm putting pressure on c5, this knight is still loose, and I thought, okay, maybe rook d5, I'm still in the game, I'm still doing good. And here he played knight c4, and I was like, what is this guy doing, bro? Like, no, I was like, no, this guy can't be serious, bro. He literally just gave me a piece for free, and so I took it. Bishop, queen takes a6, knight takes on e3, f takes on e3, and he blitzes out c4. Like, he blitzed out this variation out of nowhere, and I literally I couldn't believe it. Like, what is going on? How is he playing such, like, out of the box chess, even without thinking, bro? Like, I mean, I say this, but I'm kind of exaggerating, because I think he didn't really have that much time on the clock. I mean, he still had, like, probably I would say, we had, like, 30, 25 minutes on the clock. We were kind of similar on the clock. I think I had always a little bit less than him, but yeah, I'm kind of exaggerating. But, like, it felt like to me that he was just blitzing out everything. And yeah, he just sacrificed a piece to have the passed pawn on the c file, but this just looks like, how can this work, right? But yeah, my pieces are kind of trash here, especially this bishop. And yeah, I just played rook c1, and I thought, okay, I mean, I just have to consolidate and win this, because he just sacrificed a piece, and that can't work. Like, chess is not that simple, right? Play c3, and now I start getting a little bit worried about the pawn. He's getting too far, but I play knight e1, try to blockade the pawn on c2, you know, and kind of use the knight to also protect e3 and stuff like that. I was like, okay, let's bring the knight into the game this way to defend. And here he plays rook b6, attacking my queen. I played queen a4. Yeah, I don't really know what queen e4 was really doing. I think it was also keeping an eye on c2 and keeping an eye on d7. So, okay, fine. He plays bishop h6, and I play knight c2. And mind you, guys, he played rook c6, and this position is plus 3 for white, according to Stockfish 15 in the 21 depth. Yeah, and yeah, but I was still panicking. I was just, bro, I don't have words to explain. I was feeling really bad all this whole game. I was like, what is going on? I played queen b5 with the idea of bringing the queen back to d3, and he played rook b8. I played queen d3, and he played rook b2. So just activating his rook and putting pressure on my knight. And yeah, here, this is a critical position here. We were starting to get seriously low on the clock. I would say that we had below like 10 minutes at this point. We had around like 9-10 minutes here at this point, and the position is starting to get really sharp. Here I played rook d8, threatening to infiltrate, and yeah, my opponent here played king g7, and now apparently I have like just a winning combination with rook d7 here. I saw rook d7, but I thought that this was nothing after something like queen b6. But yeah, apparently this is winning after rook f1. I didn't think this was special, because like I kind of have, my queen has to be on d3, I thought. And he has to be on d3 to kind of babysit the e3 pawn, because if this falls with check, I'm kind of in serious trouble, right? But here, yeah, I mean, the computer just says like rook f1, putting pressure on the f pawn, and also maybe just bring like sidestep with the with the king. I didn't see this. I played rook d8 instead, and he played king g7, and here I played queen d7, which it was just like I was just trying to trade the queen so I didn't get mated, and after all I'm up a piece, so I thought, okay, if I trade queens, this endgame should be winning for sure. And here, yeah, after queen d7, also if he doesn't take the queen, I can infiltrate on the back rank, and this is looks like just completely lost for black. But he just played queen b6, and I was like, okay, like my heart was pumping. I was like, oh my god, this, like, someone is gonna get mated for sure. And I tried to calculate what I should do. Of course, he's threatening the e3 pawn, and this is dangerous, but I was like, I was starting to get low on the clock. I think we had probably like both like 5 minutes on the clock or 4 minutes, and I just decided the same idea with rook f1 was winning apparently. And yeah, like he can't really take here because of queen f7 mate. So here after rook f1, sorry, excuse me, after rook f1 here he has bishop takes on e3, and I have to play king h1 here. And yeah, after rook f6 I have to play queen e8. Jesus, bro. And after rook takes f1, bishop takes f1, he has to sacrifice his queen. Takes here queen f8 here, rook d7. Jesus Christ, look at this. Oh my god, no. I couldn't calculate all of this. Like, forget it. I just played queen. Like, what is going on? I played queen e8, and he played bishop takes e3 check, and I just played king h2, and he took the he took the rook, which apparently is a huge mistake. It's just a losing blunder, and I have just a sequence that wins. And yeah, so here I knew that I either was gonna deliver checkmate or get checkmated, because I'm down in material. But I decided to, this has to be winning somehow. Here we were low on the clock, very low, and I decided to play queen f8 check, and he played king f6. And here, guys, I want you to pause the video and try to find the winning sequence for white. I personally think that it's not that easy, but yeah, maybe it is easy. It's up to you guys to try to figure this out. And yeah, just pause the video and try to give me in the comment section down below if you want, just to write the variation that you calculated, or the variations, because there's quite a few. So yeah, now that you already paused the video and did that, here the winning move is rook d7. It's kind of hard to meet rook d7, and I thought that rook d7 didn't do anything actually, because he can just run with the king. And of course I saw that on h4 he just asked king g4, and I really don't have anything to be proud of here, because after like bishop h3 check, he can just go back honestly to h5, and I really have nothing. And I thought that after something like queen takes f7, I thought that this was just losing for me because of rook f6, and he's just gonna, like, I have to move my queen, and he's gonna take the knight, and then just just deliver checkmate or something like that. And but here I actually am completely winning, because I have queen takes h7, and I'm threatening mate in 1, and I completely missed this. And he kind of has to here just sacrifice, like, literally his rook here. And I'm here I'm not even supposed to take, because if I take I'm actually the one who's getting mated, which is kind of crazy. After bishop takes on f4, king h1, he has rook b1 check, and he's just gonna checkmate me. So here after rook f4, I had to see this stunning idea, which is rook g7, and it looks like I'm not really threatening anything because you know, he's defending with the queen. So let's say I do, let's say he does rook takes on c2, I have h4 check, king g4, and here rook g6. Exactly, like he has to sacrifice his queen, and I win by checkmate. And like I had to see everything like this. Also, yeah, here there was also another variation. Here I just, you know, just gave a perpetual check, and we agreed to a draw after perpetual check. And you know, like the craziest thing is that I thought that, like, I gave perpetual check with still like 3 minutes on the clock, which is kind of crazy because, I mean, if you think you have the perpetual check, you should at least waste all your time to try to figure out the winning sequence. But I actually thought that after, let me go back here, after queen f8 check, queen f8 check, exactly, king f6, I thought that after queen h8 check, I thought that he wasn't forced to go to e7. I thought that he could actually go to g5, and I was screwed. And again, I missed the simple queen takes h7, threatening mate again. We agreed to a draw. And yeah, I mean, I was totally pissed. I was so frustrated. I was so angry. Of course, I didn't show those emotions after the game. We talked a bit, and of course, he was excited. You know, after all, he drew against the leader of the tournament of his group, and I think it was his first point. So he like, it's crazy. He lost the first 3 games, and I won the first 3 games, and then we drew. Like, so he was excited because, you know, he drew against someone like 500 points higher than him, and I was just so pissed. And after I had to go home because this tournament was, all the tournaments that I play are in different cities. In my city, there's really nothing going on as far as classical tournaments go. So I always have to travel, and like, I was so pissed, right? During the trip back home with my dad, and he was just he just sent me a message. My opponent sent me a message saying, yo, you had a win, bro, you had made in something. And at this point, I didn't really know I had this winning variation. I was so pissed for you. I just beat a 1700, and then I draw against a 1055 rated player. I mean, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. Crazy game, crazy story, and you know, he was just drinking whiskey and watching football, and you know, he just outplayed me. I mean, props to my opponent. What a game that was, like, full of sacrifices, and you know, this end, like, whatever. I don't know. I have no more words to say. I think this video is already like the longest video I've ever made in this journey. And I'll leave you guys with this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, I'll see you next time for round 5. Bye bye.